Good evening and welcome again to another IADC update. I know that you're looking forward to these updates, so we keep bringing them to you on a regular basis. This evening we are starting over here in the first kilometer of the project and we are overlooking the Stubbs Bay. What I want to mention first here is the preparation that we are seeing being made for the installation of the runway lights. That's the lights that will be installed at the end of the runway. Remember, I told you some time ago that we were constructing a backwater here just below the runway level and above overlooking the Stubbs Bay, where we would be installing the runway lights. So preparations are being made as we speak to have those lights installed, and you will be able to see what is happening behind me, where they already have markers and the place have been leveled, and that work is progressing. Also in this area we have seen the installation of more fencing, and the fencing work too is being carried out. As one area is freed up, we fence, and that is how we are going to be working until the entire perimeter of the airport is fenced. We are also seeing work being done on the bringing down or the moving away of the remaining rocks on McConney Hill. Thank God we have been able to do some blasting in this area last week, and we are blasting this week as well, and also in the Petroglyph Hill area. We were able to acquire another drill machine, one that is working, and that has been employed on the project, and we are moving along with the blasting and the moving away of the rocks. And as we bring down these rocks, we are continuing the rock to fill up the rock fill over in the third kilometer where we reclaim the lands. So those are some of the work going on here in the first kilometer of the project. The preparation for the installation of the runway lights at the end of the runway here, the continued fencing, the moving away of the rocks on the McConney Hill, which they're doing the benching, and that work, from what we can see, is getting close to completion. So very soon they will be finishing their work over here, and all they will have to do over here basically is landscape and continue with the fencing. So the first kilometer of the project is looking really good. We have other things happening around the site, so we're going to move around and show you all that is taking place as we prepare for the opening of the Argyle International Airport. Stay with us. Well, it's been a while since we visited the third floor of the terminal building, and yes, for those of you who may have forgotten, there is a third floor. We call it the mezzanine floor, and at the handing over of this building, we had not done much work on the third floor, and that work is taking place right now. As a matter of fact, they are trying to finish up the work up there on the third floor. That third floor is a designated lounge floor. The lounges are being constructed for airlines and large resorts that may want to do special treatment for their clients. The lounges are being prepared for lease or rent, as well as there will be another lounge up there for the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where VIPs passing through, heads of government, presidents, you name them, they're coming through, can be able to rest there a while until they get everything sorted out so that they could leave the airport. So a VIP lounge is being installed, and what we call CIPs, commercially important people, those are also being installed. We're seeing the kitchens, bathrooms, and everything is being put in place as we speak to have that part of this facility completed. Also, before we came in here, we noted that the equipment for the electrical airside substation are being installed, and that section of the site is looking really good, where we have the cargo terminal, the electrical substation airside. That general area is looking good, and we also see them pushing the work on the taxiway that they are now putting the asphalt on. So all of those things are taking place. Even in this general area where we have the terminal building, where the connecting road to the cargo terminal and the passenger terminal will be constructed. The back wall is being built right now. That's the retaining wall that's being built, and the men are hard at work doing that. When I come out from here, we're going to go across to the 191 channel to see what else is being done there, especially where the commercial apron is being extended. And we're also going to go across into the 3rd kilometer to see what's taking place there. So you come with us as we take you outside across to the 191 channel. Well, we're making a quick pit stop here where they are extending the commercial apron, and from where we left it last week when they had just the part up there that was concreted, we have another major area of that extension being concreted right here. And as we look beyond this area, we see that they have already leveled the place, the area, and they're making preparations to set the molds to continue the extension going towards the taxiway. So this work is under control and progressing quite nicely. I am actually enjoying looking at the guys working here and all of this concrete work that they're doing. Over in the 191 channel, they're also continuing to work there. Just not much more work they have in the 191 channel to do, and very soon I'll be getting Professor Leonardo Perez to come and give us an update on what they are doing there and how much more work they have remaining to do in that channel. So all in all, the work on the site all around, lots of work going on as we push towards operation of this airport very soon in this 2016. We're going to move from here and we're going to go over to the 220 channel, basically inside the 3rd kilometer, to see what is happening there as we continue with this our IADC update. Finally, before we leave you this evening, I am happy to report to you that in both the 191 channel area and in the 220 area where we are working on the runway, that we have reached the required levels, and right now compaction work is taking place. So if you look with me, first of all, in this direction at the area of the 191 channel, and you run straight across, you can come straight across the 220 channel and link back up with this part of the runway, which was completed some time ago in this area right here. So the critical area that we need to be working on, which is between here, the 220 channel, right across the 191, we have reached the required levels that we need to be at. And we are now doing compaction work, and it is only a matter of time before you see the base layer start being applied, and then followed by the asphalting of this area. So this work is moving apace. Very soon we will also have to complete the road coming around the edge of the runway going towards Proven Vale, so that we can have that road, access road, in front of the Argyle Primary School, because very shortly that access road that we are now using going across the runway will have to be closed to allow them to do the base and also the asphalting of the runway in this area. So that is the critical area, and that is being worked on. We are getting there, and very soon everything on this site will come together as we prepare for the opening of the Argyle International Airport. So stick with us, continue to support the project, continue to pray that we have good weather so that we could have everything in place for the operationalization of this airport in 2016. Until next time, we'll see you again.